This weekend, we witnessed the Amazulu King Misuzulu kaZwelithini officially receiving a certificate of recognition from President Cyril Ramaphosa, recognizing him as the leader of Amazulu in the country, taking over from his parents, the late King kaZwelithini and the regent Queen Mantombi, who both passed away last year. But his brother, Prince Simakade, is still insisting that Misuzulu is not the rightful leader of Amazulu. Court papers have been filed in the North Gauteng High Court in which he wants President Ramaphosa's decision to be set aside. Let's speak about this with Mphumeleli Ngidi, who's an expert on issues of the culture of Amazulu. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Grateful for your time. So, Prince Simakade's grievances, how much of a threat are they to the stability of the royal household and indeed the leadership of King Misuzulu?
Good afternoon to you in studio and to the listeners and the viewers at home. Thank you very much. The new challenge now, I think it's a challenge of ill advice. The handing over of the certificate is the final issue that's needed to be addressed. So as the president has handed over the certificate to King Misuzulu, who was already in the throne when he was traditionally coronated in August, I do not see any possibility of the certificates being reversed. I'm not a law expert, but I've not encountered a section in the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Act of 2019, which allows for such the handling of the certificate. It means that all the processes have been followed, and the certificates being issued means that it is the final order that the king now is constitutionally in power. In the sense of peace, King Misuzulu over the few months in Nkosomhlanga and other events have preached that he wants to forge unity, and even said that he wishes that his brothers, they could come together and then they speak, because they do have positions in their family. Mm-hmm. I think it's ill advised that the camp of Prince Simakade goes to court to challenge the certificate. But we will see how it unfolds. But I don't see any possibility.
Is there still room, though, Mr. Ngidi, for an quote-unquote out-of-court settlement, when you consider that even in his interview with Newzroom Afrika, when he sat down exclusively with Aziyanda Ngobo on Saturday evening, the king said that while he believes that he is indeed the rightful leader of Amazulu, he harbors no ill feelings towards his siblings who are against him, and in fact wishes for a reunion. So can there be a solution found, a resolution outside of the court process?
Yes, the family, we saw Mama Dlamini, the first wife of the king, whom he married in December 1969. She was as the coronation, and that signaled in the peace talks, and then the forging of peace, and also that the family is working towards achieving peace. And we've seen others who were a descending group joining, and who were there at Moses Mabhida Stadium. And also the Mama Dlamini was contesting for the estate, not for the he has no issue with Prince Misuzulu, who's now the king, coming into ascending into the throne. They should sit down, open a platform for not a negotiation, but it's a family matter. They speak as a family. This has happened before. There are always contestations, even in politics. After elections, the people have to sit together and try to work for the community. For King Misuzulu to smoothly work for his people. He also needs his family. So the family unit is very vital in the performance of his duties to the nation.
To reconcile, sir, when you consider that this has not only gone to court, it's a crisis that's gone as bad as having two people, King Misuzulu, yes, recognized by the government, we're told he's the rightful heir. Now he is the king for all intents and purposes. You've got his brother, who also had his own entering of the kroll ceremony, recognizing him as the leader of Amazulu. Can we not say that too much has happened in order for them to reconcile? Would anything be lost if they were estranged for good?
Yes, there has been too much that has been happening. And in a historical sense, the conversations are habitual. They are known. They are there. But when the king has been elected, the king had to be candid and face the issue at hand, as he has been. Not only does the king have to talk in public, he has to apply what he has been saying. That the family have to smoke a peace pipe. But they are all elders. It's upon them to go home and sit on the table and discuss their affairs.
Is it fair to say, though, that this could have all have been avoided if the late King kaZwelithini had in fact stated in his will who he wanted to be the successor to the throne? Because that wasn't done, and it left the race, quote unquote, so open to contestation.
Yes, even in situations where the next king has been elected, or not elected per se, has been written on a will that is the next one. Contestations has always been there. In any sense, contestations has always been there. Whether the king in power points to another son that this one will follow me as a leader of the nation. There will always be a descending group. It has always been like that. No king has ever ascended into the throne without contestation. Okay. Regardless of the situation.
Why is that? Is that driven by a hunger for power? Why is it that this is not a smooth process, and we often see so many people wanting to claim or lay claim to the throne?
The rules, or what we would call the customary rules. You'll remember that before 1883, when King Zedjwayo was coronated, the first king to be coronated by the government and been recognized through a certificate, is that there has been oral traditions which has been running the succession, how the king, which king is going to succeed. So it has always been that like that, and I assume that if they sit down, maybe in the next instance they sit down, they talk about it. Maybe we'll see less of contestations.
Mm. So King Misuzulu has said, even in his most recent interview, what he said when he underwent the entering of the kroll, recognizing him traditionally as the leader of Amazulu. He said, hear them, the detractors, but don't listen to them. But some people are bound to listen.
Yes. As I was saying, it's these people contest for power. Because a king does not have a single male child. It's not usually the case. It has been like that. So they are most the one will say that this position, this throne is for me, and the other one will contest that this position is for me. So it's an unending battle.
Right. Mphumeleli Ngidi, good to speak to you, sir. Thank you.